Hi, friends, and welcome to the channel. This is a podcast where I enjoy sharing my insights. And today, I want to talk to you about being unreasonable. And what is reason? If you give that some thought, why anything exists seems completely unreasonable. So I want to talk to you about something that's very difficult to talk about, and that is what exactly is reason. It may surprise you to explore something like this, the unreasonable state. So stick around. What we call reason is not reason. Why are you so mad? Oh, she said something. Why are you so scared? This looming thing over me. What are you so happy about? Oh, I just won the lottery. That is not the reason. You are the reason. And to many people, that's unreasonable. It's unreasonable to be peaceful and comported and unflappable despite your circumstances. Most people are tying their emotional state to something out there, and that's called attachment. And that's how most people live. They live attached to the effect, which simply has no power. You're the cause, and your effect, you are giving power to the effect. You are the cause. You are the initiate. You are the preeminence to your circumstances, and you are giving power to your shadow, your image. Especially something that seems looming. The state I'm talking about when I say the unreasonable state is the kind of thing that it's children laughing and giggling at a funeral in the corner of the funeral home or whatever. They're just kind of, haven't you been to a funeral? You have small kids and they're just sort of, maybe their parents have given them some toys. They don't even know what's going on. Why is everybody so grim and sad? They don't know about death. Or it's kind of when you get the church giggles and you're at some solemn event and the whole thing breaks up. That's unreasonable. Or you're in a string quartet and you're playing a beautiful Haydn string quartet as the Titanic is going into the icy waters. How could you guys be playing something like that when we're all dying? That's the unreasonable state. It's also like the Apostle Paul, who wrote these words in a prison shortly before he was to be murdered. Rejoice in the Lord always. And again, I say rejoice. That's unreasonable for someone in prison to say, I'm happy. That is the epitome of pure detachment. It doesn't mean that he didn't have any concerns about his circumstances or did not take care of them. But it's these crazy people that can, as in Isaiah say, play on the hole of the asp. That's what it is. See, I realize I don't know enough to have a problem with anybody. I don't know enough to judge the universe and to pin a reason on my emotions when everything in the universe, including the universe, seems preposterous, absurd, completely unreasonable why anything exists. So whatever you are facing, you must realize you are looking at a shadow or an image. And you have given that shadow or image some kind of power, as if it's looking at you. When you say, why are you mad? Why are you angry? Why are you upset? Why are you scared? Because you're going to pin it to a shadow out there. I call it putting eyes and teeth on a ghost. Haven't you ever said that? He makes me mad. This upsets me. The stock market is really making me nervous. Making me. So the image is making you. You are fastened to the outside world when that happens. And I'm asking you to uncouple the seatbelt and to be unreasonably joyful, unreasonably peaceful. All it is a commitment to being peaceful, equanimous, comported in the face of danger. Remember that what you're facing is an image, and if you're frozen, the image is a power over you. It's like a small puppy looking into the mirror, not realizing that that's them. And so they freeze. And they're in a standstill, kind of like two cats who kind of get together and have a staring contest with themselves. That's what we're doing when we say our circumstances are preventing me. My circumstances are challenging me. Haven't you been told that before? The circumstances won't allow it at this moment. The budget won't allow us to do this. This happened to me just today, yesterday. A very dear friend of mine said, "Well, I can't do this right now because I'm in a 1-year contract with these people, and if I breach the contract, they'll take away my privileges or whatever." And I'm like, "Oh, so that's what's keeping you there." You see, the contract is keeping you there. He didn't see it. He's keeping himself there. He's free. Let the contract, I would say to him, let the fucking contract fall apart. That doesn't have any power over you. Let the debt collectors call. Let the attorney bother you. Let the neighbor knock on your door. Don't answer it. Let the text come. Don't answer it if you don't want to. I say it this way. Just because a text comes in, do you have to reply? That's giving power over. If the text comes in and you get ding, and you have to reply, you're obligated to do it, then the text has a power over you. There is an example of the inanimate object having power over you. Right there, just a little text. Oh, my phone dinged. I have to respond. I think your true nature is self-effacing. You can choose. You can decide. You have conscious choice whether or not you want to. And if you don't want to, you don't. That's the empowering nature, the unreasonable state. Everything else is compulsive. As Neville Goddard would say, you've given a crown to your circumstance and bowed to them. There's your false god. You've bowed to it. And trying is a form of bowing. I'm trying to believe. I'm trying to have faith. I'm trying to pay my taxes. You either pay your taxes or you don't. And that's the impersonal nature. I'm trying to walk. No, you just walk. And faith is the same way. I'm trying to have faith. No, you are living in a faith-filled experience. Nobody thinks twice about running out of air. But we constantly think about running out of money, running out of water, running out of resources, running out of people. I'm going to run out of people. This planet has 8 billion people on it. How can we run out of people? How can we not have any friends? How can we not meet people? That doesn't make any sense. So you're giving power to something called not meeting people. You're giving some power over something called running out of money. You're giving power over something called lack. Lack has no power of its own. Circumstances have no power of its own. So your emotions are just as unreasonable as the existence of a giraffe. That's the impersonal nature. Read this book. It's called The Impersonal Life. It's dense, very, very dense. It's just like Aldous Huxley, except really dense. It's deep stuff. But if you really want to be uncoupled, unfastened from want, you have to understand how you are giving your circumstance a power over you, and the circumstance does not have power. The shadow cannot be animated without the presence that animates it. The image cannot move before you do. So you move into your desired reality and you accept it as truth. Faith in that case is unwavering. That's what I would call the consoled state. Most people are inconsolable until their circumstances match what they think they should be. The consoled state is always happy, always peaceful, always joyful, to the bitter end. It's an absolute commitment to eternity, because there is no bitter end. No matter what it looks like, I will not react. No matter what it looks like, I will not pounce. No matter what it looks like, I will not pull the trigger. Because I am the preeminence which makes all things. Most people have their hand up to the sky asking some distant God for help when there is no problem. The thing is, I don't know enough to have a problem. I've said this before. I don't know enough to have a problem. I can't see enough to know that what I'm facing is trouble. It's like looking at a tapestry way too close and you see it looks like a mess. You have to do like Emerson and get to the highest point of view. And from that perspective, it's a beautiful, perfect piece of artwork. And you're looking at a Monet painting in some tiny little sliver and seeing how horrible it looks. But if you back up and you give yourself enough space, you will always see the big picture, the unreasonable state of peace. That it's already perfected, it's already done, it's already finished. Why undo it? Why become undone? You are already done. And it's unreasonable to be in that unfastened state. You are no longer fastened to want, no more slave to want itself. So in that state, when the stock market goes down, you are unaffected. In that state, when you get sued, you're unaffected. In that state, when somebody calls you an idiot, you are unaffected. Those are outside things that do not have anything to do with the landscape of comportment and peace. That's unreasonable in today's society. How can you be enthusiastic at a time like this? The economy's tanking. How can you be happy at a time like this? People are dying. How can you be peaceful at a time like this? There's wars everywhere. The war is unreasonable. The economy is unreasonable. The tanking economy is unreasonable. And so is my inner landscape. It's unreasonable. Everything's unreasonable at that level. And I'm not going to give power to something outside of myself, because I know that I am the source of that power, completely untouchable, completely invisible. And the impersonal nature or the unreasonable state is self-effacing. It takes no credit, but yet it does all things. And that's what I do. You take no credit. The individual is an illusion, and the self-effacing nature, the unreasonable nature, takes over. And you'll do things like dance on the deck of the Titanic as it's sinking. And people will say, "What are you so happy about?" I say, "It's unreasonable." It's totally unreasonable for me to be sitting here in my pajamas talking to you. The world. That's stupid. That's absurd. And when you can uncouple like that, you will be a little child. Just like me. You are a little child just like me, and you don't know enough to call it anything. I just know it's perfect. It's working. It always has. It always will. And we can trust. And in that trusting state, you can always laugh. And if you have to, you cry. That's unreasonable too. In Zen, they say, when you're thirsty, drink water. When you're hungry, eat food, that sort of thing. It's just an innocent state. And you'll know exactly what to do, when to do it, how to do it, and in the moment as it unfolds. It's beautiful to rely on that inner unreasonable condition that knows no obstacle. My name is Ryan Hebert. I hope you enjoyed these insights. Please check out my blog. It's called mymorningmotivator.com.